So let me show you these rocks up here. Here we go. Let's get a little bit closer. I'll look both ways so I don't get killed. Here we go. This is one of my favorite spots up here, you guys. Check this out. This is such a neat spot. Here we go. Let me recenter the camera. So I don't know if you guys can see, but you see the water falling up there? Chances are this isn't gonna, the video is not gonna do it justice, but this is one of my favorite spots about this area. I really wanna figure out a way to climb up this somehow and get up there. I'd love to see what the water source looks like that's draining into this. But this almost looks like an altar, you guys. Like it's flat, right? Like some type of sacrificial altar. Not that I like that kind of shit, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. So there's times where this, like, you should see this in winter. It's gorgeous. It's covered in snow. But yeah, this is a very therapeutic sound, you guys. A natural sound of water hitting rocks. But look at the size of these massive stones, guys. It's beautiful. We gotta recenter the camera here. I would get closer, but I don't have the wrist strap on this camera. And I'm not risking it. But look at this, guys. This camera is so awesome. So fucking awesome. But yeah, there's just, there's so many spots like this in this area. So again, we're on a quest right now to go into town. And I think I'm gonna stay on this side of the road. And unfortunately, I forgot to charge one of my batteries last night, so I'm going off of one battery and I'm shooting in 4K 60, which drains the battery a little bit quicker. This isn't a dilapidated old house. And I don't know if those of you who are watching my Patreon page, you guys know that I was trying to feed an abandoned dog that was living in that house. He was also living in this house. And I did my best to feed him. But he ended up being pretty violent, to be honest. I haven't seen that dog in a long time, guys. There was something non-ordinary about that dog, though. There were multiple times where I would just open the front door. And right when I would open the front door, the dog would just be like right in front of the house. And then he would run off and get onto the abandoned train track. And every time that that dog, when I'd see him at the house, it would trigger some type of feeling in me. And I felt motivated to try to find him. I went on many adventures looking for him, and I'd walk all the way down into town looking for him. Sometimes I'd find him at the end of this road. Doesn't technically end. I would find him all over the place, long story short. So what I would do is I would go to Walmart and buy big 5-pound bags of beef, the high-fat beef. And I took molasses and oats and a bunch of other stuff. And I mixed everything in a bowl and made these really high-calorie balls of raw meat with like peanut butter, etc. And I would keep a bunch in my backpack, and if I would see the dog, I would chuck him towards him, and he would gobble them up because he was emaciated and needed food. So, oh man, guys, I haven't been able to get out of the house like this. It felt like winter was just never gonna fucking end. I got quite a ways to go just to get into town. I wonder, no, that's not him. That is not him. So yeah, you guys, it's It's amazing how much, to kind of dovetail away from what we've been talking about, how much we've been domesticated. I was actually, last spring, I was walking into town and I was surrounded by a bunch of dogs in this exact area, and they were fucking violent as fuck. So, it may not look like it on camera, but this is a really steep part of the trek, so bear with me if I'm breathing kind of hard. Here we go, guys. Some eye candy. Little bit of eye candy. Look at all these trees over here. But yeah, the domestication is real. It's so unfortunate that we've been like reduced to what we've been reduced to. We live in this dystopian matrix, a hellscape. And I honestly don't think things are going to change anytime soon. Because a lot of the people, like, regardless of the fact that we live in an age of information and there's really no excuses to be stupid, the average person is just still a knuckle-dragging moron, guys. And in no way, shape, or form am I putting myself above other people by saying that. Because I still have a lot to learn too. But holy shit, you guys, what happened to people? Look at this coal. There's a lot of coal around here. This is raw, unrefined coal. I would bring this home, but to be honest, I have so many pieces of this. I'm just gonna leave it here. There's an alcohol bottle on the ground. Woo! I'm getting a workout, guys. This is such a nasty, dangerous spot right here. Because look at, you really have nowhere to step if you have to flee off the road really quickly. Because that gravel, it's at an angle and it's real loose. So you gotta kind of have faith for this one. I'll show you my surroundings. Getting a little bit closer to where I need to be. But yeah, you guys, get out of the house, get some type of exercise. You need it. You got to get the blood flowing. And if you do the proper exercises, and walking is a great place to start with that. If you walk in tandem with taking the citrulline and the arginine, you'd be surprised at how much better you might start to feel. You got to get the circulation moving. And that's one of the biggest issues in the United States. That's one of the leading causes of bad health, is a lack of circulation, proper circulation. The blood is the river of life. The blood carries oxygen. The blood carries vitality to the organism, every single part from head to toe. And if you've eaten the standard crap your whole life, there's a good chance that your circulation is not only backed up, but highly stagnant. So the amino acids arginine and citrulline work by way of inducing proper circulation. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you combine that with cayenne pepper, not your average culinary cayenne pepper, but quality cayenne pepper, I mean, I've seen miracles. I've seen that herb produce miracles, guys. Especially in conjunction with arginine and citrulline. It's actually pretty amazing. But we've talked about this before. I don't want to be too repetitive in this video. Here comes a semi. Look at how little space I have here. So I always wave to the guys driving the semis. They're always really nice. Woo! We haven't had a day like this in months. We have not had a day like this in months. Wow. So we're getting closer. I got these big ass boots on. I should have put something different on. heavy as fuck. But yeah, guys, I mean, we're a domesticated creature living in a false environment. I've been saying that for years. But if you follow the systems and the protocols and the lessons that we talk about on this channel, you can really start to grow, guys. You can really start to hear your calling as well. You can really start to tap in to your will and augment your will, to hone your will, right? So, I mean, I would say that the majority of the people that stumble across this channel and start watching this content are people that want to grow. They're people that want to, improve their lives, right? And we can all do that. You see, one of the meanings of life, amidst many meanings, is like we're supposed to be growing and evolving, not decaying, not atrophying, at least not at the rate in which we are, right? So we live under a spell, and the way that we age is a part of living under that spell, you guys. Look at the health statistics in the United States. Do you really think that the bad health here has nothing to do with our aging? Of course it does, guys. Of course it does. Like, where's your common sense, right? Where's your common sense? People wonder why we're sick, people wonder why we don't, on average, live past like 85 to 90. Well, look at how we treat ourselves. Look at how we abuse this body. Look at how we treat this God-given organism.
I can't help but ask myself daily, what the fuck is actually going on here? I have witnessed so many radical changes to this world in the 32 years that I have been here, most of them sadly drenched in evil. The enemy is busy building its empire, a dystopia built upon the ashes of a free world forgotten. AI, surveilled, digitized, genocide, scorched earth, hive mind, drone. We are being led by demons, masquerading as our saviors. An iniquitous oligarchy composed largely, but not entirely, of an elite class of psychopathic technocrats, eugenicists, behavioral psychologists, etc. Operating entirely through subterfuge, this consortium of evil has created a most genius veil of camouflage, enabling them to quite literally pose as a knight in shining armor coalition of humanity's saviors, promising to liberate the masses from the very afflictions that this inner circle of evil gave birth to. Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.